Yo, yo, yo. What's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy, LeBron, female rapidly. I'm back with another video. Please come in and thumbs up this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. Hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do an upload. I need to change my intro because I feel like I'm too comfortable with doing that and I need a new challenge. So I got to come up with something different. But I hope y'all doing well. It's Wednesday morning. I'm heading to work. I'm actually almost there. Um, I be trying to like time it like by the time I leave. Um, like I try to what I try to do is in the morning I try to schedule my live and then I try to have like enough time in traffic. Well, I schedule it while I'm on the road and I try to like have enough time so that I can schedule it and then make a thumbnail while I'm like on the way. So I know that's probably not the safest thing to do, but I try to be extremely careful. But yeah, I just wanted to come and chit chat this morning. I hope all of y'all doing well. Let's see. What's up, Mayor? Yo, let me tell you this in the beginning of the video. I love when people think they know my business or like they can tell me, like, offer me a word of advice. Now, listen, I listen to you guys, especially when you leave comments on my videos. But one thing you don't know is you don't know my life and you don't know, I'm pretty sure you can tell by the way that I talk. Like, um, I work out 6 days a week, right? So this person left a comment under my video and they were like, how do you talk about being healthy and you go to fast food every day? Well, Chick-fil-A. Now listen, let me tell you this. If you think me going to get a chicken fillet and a folded egg and a slice of cheese on an egg, and I probably get that probably 3 days. I don't go live every day, and I don't get that every day. But even if I did, that's my fucking prerogative. I can do whatever I want to do. But let me tell you what I know that the average person don't do. Now, this has been consistent since about May, April, May, right? Every 6 days. So I work out 6 days a week. My average for the week that I be doing in like mileage, as far as like running, I do because every day, 6 days a week, I do the elliptical and I do the treadmill, right? And I do like maybe like 6.30. So we're gonna round that up. So every week, I want to ask yourself a question. I looked up on Google this morning as before I did this video. I said, what is the average mileage that a person walks every day, right? So they said the average mileage that a person walks every day is 2 miles, and you know that that's a lie because you know that there's many of you sitting on here that you don't walk no 2 miles a day, right? So even if it was, let's say that you do walk 2 miles a day. You walk 2 miles a day, right? I run. I run in total. Typically, I run over 6 miles, about 6.30 miles. So I'm going to round that up. That I do over 50 miles a week. Don't tell me what to eat and can't eat. Listen, I don't have high blood pressure. My heart health is amazing. My lung health, all of that, right? I deserve to have a little treat. As much as I be disciplined, so I just think that there is no one fits all for every single person. Now, I will tell you this: the Chick-fil-A, the little breakfast fillet, it does have a little higher sodium content in it. It does, I'll tell you that. But I don't have high blood pressure, and when you work out consistently and regularly like I do, that shouldn't really be a concern. And also I have a lot. I drink lots of water every day, so trust me, I'm fine on this end. I appreciate the concern, but this is not a one size fits all type of situation where it's like this is what I do every day all day. It's not. It's not. And I honestly believe that listen, and they said the average person does 2 miles. So listen, even if everybody did do 2 miles a day, I do over 6 miles a day. So that means I'm above the average. So it's like as long as you do over 2 miles, you always be above whatever that is. Like that means I'm above the average. Like, come on, ain't nobody doing I believe that people are doing that, like, the health nuts and like people who take health seriously. Ain't nobody doing no over 6 miles, and I've been doing this consistently. You have to realize we coming up on almost a year of May. I've been rocking this shit. So I deserve to do whatever I want to do. I appreciate you trying to check me. People try to leave comments under your videos trying to have other people join up and like it and all of that. That shit don't mean nothing to me because I always have a reasoning to what I do. So I mean, is it probably not the best for a person to do that every day? Probably not, but I'm not spending a lot of money. That's number one. What I pick up in the morning, I'm pretty sure it does have some saturated fat in it. But I literally every who you know every week that's doing over 50 miles. People who I know don't do that. They don't even work out at all. Which you should, you should work out. But Don't try to check me on what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm going there this morning too, just because you said that. Just because you said that. You know? Try to tell me, little young bitch try to tell me what the fuck. It was a guy too trying to tell me what the fuck I'm doing. No, no, no. So anyway, I had a video that I recorded last night, but I'm actually waiting for it to be approved because I'm not releasing that shit without getting paid. So I guess I can kind of skate over some of the things that I talked about in the video. I'm still releasing that shit, so don't matter. But so Diddy, this whole shit with Diddy, Meek Mill. Yo, I was on Twitter last night. I seen this video, and I think I've seen it before, but maybe I never really paid attention to it. But Diddy, it was this video of Diddy and Meek Mill. Meek Mill was at one of Diddy's parties, and he was in the pool, and Diddy was like, "Yeah, Daddy, you deserve it all," or some shit like that. And I don't know, that shit just made me feel like, what? I don't know. Did y'all see that video I'm talking about? He was like, "Yeah, you deserve it all, Daddy," and the way that Meek was looking at him was just kind of like, I don't know. He was looking at him a little weird. He was looking at him a little weird. Like it was a little funny to me. So, those new allegations against Diddy, Meek Mill, and all of them. I'm not saying that I know that it's. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I think that's a little weird now that when you put things into perspective. And then that kid, that guy, Columbus Short, can't call him a kid because he's the same age as me. Columbus Short, he came out and said that Diddy tried to groom him. Damn, like Diddy, he just felt like that power and that money could just get him any and everything that he wants. That's crazy to me. And then they said it was something in regards to like underage girls in it too, with Meek Mill and the R&B singer. First and foremost, let me know: do y'all believe any of these, any of this, any of the accusations that this accuser has? Now, somebody left a comment on one of my videos saying that he's retained Tyrone Blackburn, which is a liar also because he defended, the girl Jen. Let me know. Do you think that this is a crock of shit? Do you think people are just trying to do any and everything? You never know what people are up to, like, as far as like trying to like ruin a person's reputation. Well, I think Diddy's reputation is already ruined. Me personally, I think that it is. Um, you believe all of it? Damn. Yes, I believe it. Diddy is nasty. Your booty's calling for you. Yeah, he was. Meek Mill was definitely giving like booty, 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 rocking very well, rocking very. I found you, and the way that Diddy said "Daddy," it kind of reminded me of like how Nicki be saying that. He said, "You deserve it all, Daddy." I said, "What?" I said, "What?" This lady pissed me off yesterday when I came and got my breakfast. She gave me egg white. I don't like no damn egg white. Now, I understand egg white is healthier, right? But I don't like how that shit tastes. Can you go? Go! Yo, you gonna make me. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. The fuck? Trying to be nice to y'all. I realized yesterday when I cursed in my video, that's the reason why that video I cursed within the first 10 seconds. That shit is still under review. With YouTube, you have to play a game. You can't curse within like the first few seconds, and then if you can't really curse excessively, but they always got some bullshit. But anyway, let me tell her when I get up in here that she gave me the wrong thing yesterday. See if they give me something free. Shit, it don't hurt to ask, right? I'm definitely going. I'm going to mention it, but I'm not going to push it. But yeah, so when I seen that video of Meek Mill, I was like, Meek ill. That shit had me. Uh, I believe dude participated. He said, I believe dude participated and is now mad. It's mad day. So he telling. Hi. Um, so, carry out. I came here yesterday. I'll get the same thing every day, but they gave Yeah, I got to work yesterday. I was like, oh, she put the egg white on there, but I don't like the egg white.
So you said it was eggs and the spicy fillet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you said cheese as well? Or?
Please, yeah, American. And can I also have an unsweetened tea? Medium.
American. And it's just no bread. It's just
No bread. In the
entree.
bowl, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you have our app.
Yeah, but I'm not going to scan it because I'm doing something on my phone right now.
Your name?
LeBron?
B536.
Yeah, I should have knew yesterday when it came up to like $6 because typically the last time they did that, because when you the egg white is more, so
Yeah, egg white's like 20. I think 20 cents more.
yeah, I should have. I was wondering why it was like 6. Thank you, though.
What I did was I promoted the eggs, so that was for yesterday.
Okay, I appreciate
So
that.
that's like
See, you gotta ask for something. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a benefit in opening your mouth. I'm excited. I hope I can still go. My money is getting right. Going where? So, all right. Damn, it's 7:22. I definitely want to be clocked in by 7:45. So we got a few minutes before I get to where I'm going. So let me see. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, okay.
any comments?
Can I have honey and ketchup? Even though I got a desk full of it at work, I'm still asking for it because you never know. Thank you.
My bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go.
You too. Oh shoot. Excuse me, sir. I forgot to ask. Can I have two? Can I have two lemons in the tea, please? I should stay here and drink that shit down so I could get a refill, but I don't got time. I really would do it if I wasn't on the time crunch, but thank you. So yeah. So Diddy. Um, Give me a second. Try to tell me about what I'm doing. Talking about how you eat fast food every day. It's all about what you get, and it's all about what you do. I bet you that person who said that to me in the comments. I bet you that you don't. I bet you that you don't run 50 miles a week. We not the same. We all different. We different. All right. So let's move on to Cardi B. So Cardi is releasing this damn song. And I told y'all that she was gonna be doing this once Nicki goes on tour. She's gonna be coming out with she's gonna roll her shit out. I knew damn, like it didn't happen, or we're all wrong at sometimes, especially when you do commentary and it's live and it's not orchestrated. It's kind of like on the drop of the ball. But a lot of the times, like your feelings about shit, it could seem way off, but it be true. And I felt like she was gonna do that. I felt like Cardi was coming as soon as Nicki gonna go on tour. Cardi is gonna roll out because she gonna feel like she got the dance floor to herself. Now I'm gonna tell you this: if Cardi really wanted to be competitive, she should have dropped her album around the same time Nicki came out. She should have did it like on some Kanye West, on some Kanye 50 Cent type shit. Because now she's gonna have to get that traction up. She's gonna have to have a huge feature on that damn song. I just don't see Cardi doing it by herself. Like all of her efforts have not really performed well. I'm trying to make sure that I don't. I'm about to park anyway, so don't mind the seatbelt. So hold up. She's gonna have to have a big feature. She's going to have that because I just don't see that. You know, hmm. What I will say is that I said in the video is that you can tell that the temperature is even different with her because when she released that snippet and on her the blog that she loves the most, the Neighborhood Talk, who's, they post her all the time. After 5 hours, the post only had 15,000 likes. To me, that's not really a good sign. Like, what happened when you be having trauma and drama, and the post be getting over like 25, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 likes? You mean to tell me that they not here to support the music the same way? That's a little odd to me. And then Cardi, yeah, it's just a little odd to me. And also the crazy thing to me too is it's like, I'm not trying to say that Nicki is the source and the reason for everything that Cardi B does, but to me it be feeling like that because, like, if Nicki does something, she gonna do it. If Nicki start doing sample records and doing shit like that, Cardi's gonna start doing that. It's like she be on dick so bad. I want her to sample Latin artists. I want her to do that. It's like you trying to do everything over. Like you want to do, you want to sample these. And listen, I'm not a Missy Elliott big fan, and I'll be honest with you because people be lying, right? I've never been a huge Missy Elliott fan. You want to know why? Because I can be honest with you and tell you that I am from the era, born in the '80s, raised in the '90s. So yeah, I did love the Salt and Pepper and the MC Light and shit like that. But you have to realize, for me as a young boy coming in, coming up and then like growing up to seeing Foxy and Kim and like how they like sold sex and all of that. I'm not saying that everything is positive with it, but what I will say is that Missy never satisfied me lyrically. Like it was something about, and I'm just gonna tell you, and if you can imagine and understand it, there was something about Foxy looking the way that she looked, or Little Kim looking the way that she looked, and spitting like, especially with Foxy, and spitting hard like a nigga, but dressing like being very feminine and rocking all of that designer shit and all of that, and like handling herself and like kind of like not masculine, but lyrically masculine, like just the way that she would rhyme. But then when you would see her, she was this badass bitch with her weave done, her makeup done. Like it was a different type of feel. Missy never satisfied me on that level because I didn't like how she rapped, really. I mean, I know her songs, yeah, but she never satisfied me like that. But Missy is still a legend. And it's just like Cardi B will do anything just to fit in and squeeze in and be a part of black culture. Be a part of your own culture. Be a part of the culture that you are naturally into when you turn up behind the scenes with your family and music. Why you gotta be all over our shit? Like, why? I don't get it. Like, I mean, oh my God. Cardi should do her own thing and stop focusing on Nikki. She would never win this battle. Let it go already. Botched and bitter. Missy isn't. She ain't a lyricist. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember when Missy did the Super Bowl years ago. She was telling everybody, this was years and years ago. She was telling everybody on Twitter, if you buy, because she had, like when artists do the Super Bowl, their shit goes up on discount on like, for the albums go on discount on iTunes. So her album was on sale for like 4.99 back then. Let me tell you what happened. She ended up saying, if you buy my album, I'll follow you. So I bought it and she followed me. Right. That was the most interaction that I've ever really like genuinely had for a Missy. I'm gonna just make it come home to you on my what I say next too, right? So she followed me, but then I remember once I realized that she was a Nicki hater, low key. She blocked me because I started to say stuff like back to her, like what the, like, yo, Missy is the one who opened my eyes up that people can be successful and still be haters. And I have somebody in my family that's like that too. You would think that people doing so well, they make over $100,000 a year, and trust me, they still worried about little OU. They still worried about they can make 150, upwards of 200,000, and they could still be worried. Not little old you. Not, let's not say that because you're still a human being, but they could still be worried about you. Like, let me say this, right? I know that it's a lot of conversation around people who work in the fast food industry, and like say that say, when they mention people need to make $15 an hour working in fast food. If you're making almost $200,000 a year, why the fuck do you care about people making, like, that's what opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, you really care. Like, not saying that I don't work in fast food, but I'm not gonna stop nobody bag of shit. People in the airport making money like that too. Like, why would you be mad if somebody's like, oh, they're gonna raise? Why did I go to college for if they're gonna raise minimum wage to $15 an hour? So what? So what? So what? I don't like people like that who say shit like that. It's very telling. I sit back and observe and see. So you just want everybody to be like, every college ain't for everybody. And listen, you were a late bloomer. Thank God you got it by the way that you did, but you was a late bloomer. Who cares? Who cares? Like, you mad about somebody making $15 an hour working at McDonald's? Listen, I don't even think that they passed it, but Who cares if they make that? They do. They probably need it. I don't like people who do shit like that, who look down on other people like they don't deserve or whatever. You know. But anyway, so what I wanted to say about Missy Elliott, to bring it back home, and this is in reference to "She's a Bitch," right? I never forget. Me and my coworker got paid. We used to work at this nursing home, and we got our paycheck. And I never forget when we got paid. We went to the music store. We had this store called Music Shack in Central on Central Avenue in Albany, New York. Right? We had this store. So I'm going in there getting magazines, and then by the time her mother had picked us up and drove us to work or whatever before our shift at 4:30, we sat down in the break room upstairs. And I'm like, "Oh, you bought Missy album?" And I just could not relate. Like, no, she wasn't giving me what I needed. Like, Missy had the dramatics and all of that. That was the Real World album. I think that She's a Bitch is on. She's a Bitch wasn't even really like that big like that. I don't think that was like the biggest single from that album. But what I'm trying to tell you is like back then it was like I wasn't into her like that. I was not buying no motherfucking Missy album. Hell no. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, she did intrigue me a little bit. Remember when she had that song where it was supposed to be rumored that it was supposed to be a remix with Janet Jackson and Little Kim, the "Pussy Don't Fail Me Now, I Gotta Send the Zigga Out," and that wasn't even enough for me to. I like that song, but I listened to it via my friend when she had the album because she would always buy Missy albums. I've never been a. I've always thought in my mind like, what is it that they like about Missy? Is it her style? Is it the art? Because she never drew me in like that. Like I like that shit from them sexy ass rap bitches who was spitting that hard shit. Like, no, it was like that's why I really admired Foxy because it was like she would sound like this but look like that. It was like, damn, like she really be going in hard, like up there with the niggas. Like you had to impress me like that. That's how I was impressed. So it could be. I don't even know if it's small minded. It's what I liked. Missy didn't give that to me. Yeah, I remember when Missy was in the comments on no, not Missy. Remember when people was in the comments when Nikki made that post on Instagram and she was talking about Missy and then they was like they said something about Missy and Nikki was like, "What's your favorite bar by her?" What is your favorite bar by Missy? Cuz I ain't no it ain't no bar it's not no lyrics by Missy that I would ever say in comparison to like even a Nikki, a Foxy or even a Little Kim. It's not there for me personally. So I agree. Foxy and Nicki is better than Missy. Missy's okay. Her lyrics were false though. I liked her though. I just wished she would have been real. I think the realest thing Missy said. Remember in that video, she said, "Stop selling cracks to the blacks." My friend, she loved that song when we was in high school. She used to always sing that part. Was that in the end? What music video was that? Was that at the end of? Remember when people used to do music videos and do the second song, like their second single on the end of the song? She had that song "Stop Selling Cracks to the Blacks." I think that might have been the song that Jay-Z was on. Was that on end of Get Your Freak On? Even "Get Your Freak On" was a good song, but I never was just like on Missy like that. I'll keep it real with you though. Missy back then she was selling more albums than like a Little Kim and Foxy because like Missy would go like 3 times platinum, and that's how like back when I used to like check the temperature with people, and I was like, oh, Missy on the way out. I could tell because by the time she dropped that album, The Cookbook or some shit like that, she was going. Her sales went down like extremely low, and I said, yes, she's on the way out. Same thing with Little Kim. Little Kim had all that promotion and push with the what was that? The Naked Truth? Was the Naked Truth her album when she went to jail? Yep, because La Bella Mafia was before that. I kind of stopped. To be honest with you, there was like I liked Spell Check from Little Kim on the Naked Truth, but I didn't like the whole album. I kind of like La Bella Mafia. To me, is when I kind of stopped checking in with Kim like that. Like I don't know, I didn't like it, and I didn't like how like she was so predictable on that shit too. She was like I don't. My whole thing is, and back then we wasn't saying gaslighting, but I didn't like how she tried to gaslight on La Bella Mafia and people. Like she had that track, and it was like they was telling her that they wanted to write some shit for her, and she was like, "Send that shit to Foxy." It's like you have known ghostwriters, like come on, you have known ghostwriters, and you getting on your shit talking about send that shit to Foxy. No shit, send that shit to Kim, because I know for a fact that little C's was helping out on that damn I know that Little Siege was helping out on that Notorious Kim album. Like he was helping with all them Biggie flows and shit like that. So stop playing these games. I can't stand any of the women. They're such haters. They wanted to make it seem like Nicki was hating, but it was really them all along. Beep beep. Who got the keys to my Jeep? Vroom. That was a time in music though. I don't listen. This person who just parked in front of me. Oh my god! Like, let me tell you something. You're gonna get your car bumped. If I'm leaving at lunchtime, you definitely gonna get bumped. Like I admire their the audacity for their tenacity to back their shit in like that, but your shit is gonna get bumped if I have to leave. You better know that. You going to know that. Yo, my brother did that when I was younger, right? When he got his first car, he was like a teenager, and we would go somewhere, and he was like, "Damn, they parked mad close to my car." That nigga would take his door and slam they shit on their car. I thought that was so crazy. Like, fuck you. I don't do that, but if your shit is close to mine, I am gonna bump your shit because you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have parked that close. Like, I was at the laundromat the other day washing my stuff, and let me tell you this too, since people like to judge. Now, at my apartment, they have like this. They have like the hookup where you can put your stuff in. But to be honest with you, I don't know if it's kind of like well, growing up like at home, my mom had washer and dryer, but this is not like my permanent residence. And I want a washer and dryer with no agitator. I want that type of washer, like the Samsung one. And I just don't see myself putting that in the apartment complex. So I go to the laundromat. They have the no agitator washers, and the huge dryers. To me, I find the laundromat to be therapeutic. Like, I throw all my shit in, like all my whites in the big ass washer, all my colors, and boom, all of that shit is done. Throw it in two separate dryers. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't like going to the. I can see it maybe if you had a house, but I live in an apartment complex, and I'm not investing in no damn washer and dryer to put in there. Not the type that I want, and I don't like that old school. My friend, I be saying this to him like, yo, you be because in his building they have a washer and dryer laundromat too, but they got that old school shit. You still throwing your clothes in that deep ass washer, and that shit don't be getting it clean like that. I like my stuff in the non-agitator. I mean, the washing machine with no agitator. I feel like it cleans your clothes good. I personally feel like it does. I admire her for getting in there and parking that big ass Santa Fe so close like that, but I'm definitely gonna bump your shit if I gotta get up out of here because you shouldn't have did that. You was dead ass wrong for doing it. You was dead ass wrong. Um, yeah. So, pass that Dutch. Yeah, pass that Dutch was stop selling cracks to the blacks. Yeah, you're right. Missy was on the way out with Pass That Dutch. And then remember that song she came out with that doom 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 doom. What was that song she had? I can't think of it, but during Pass but listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Pass the Dutch instrumental, that beat go hard. Like, I like that. But I knew Missy was on her way out at that time because it just wasn't good like that. Hold on. I had a little bit of my water left from yesterday, so I want to finish this before I start my new bottle today. Bring this bottle right in the building and throw that shit right in their trash. Yeah, so I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Let me make sure I got my breakfast. Make sure I got my unsweetened iced tea. Yo, I can tell you, like, real talk, I can tell you that I've definitely grown because before, when I used to get like unsweetened iced tea, I had to put a few packets of sweet and low in it. I think that when you kind of curb when you change your palate and you eat more like healthier or whatever, I think that it changes things up for you. Like, I've always been one of those people, like, what's the benefit of a certain thing for me? Like, some people don't like yogurt because they can't get over the taste. I'll be honest with you, when I first started eating yogurt, I didn't love it, but I knew that it was good for me. But see, there's a caveat to that though. You got to be careful with eating yogurt. Like, I never understood why years ago my aunt told me, she said, what kind of yogurt you eat? And I told her Chobani, and she was like, how many grams of sugar that got in it? 27 grams. She said, you're killing yourself eating that. She said, anytime that you sit down and eat something and it's more than 9 grams of sugar, you're killing yourself. And you think about it, that's 27 grams of sugar. How can this be so healthy and all of that? No, Chobani is good, but that shit is so sweet and it has added sugar. How can that possibly be good for you? But you know what? Each day you learn and you move and you learn, you do what you do. Now, I don't know. Would I say that if you doing 50 miles a week? having that, I mean, do what you do, but you got to realize, you just have to put it in perspective like that. Like me sitting down, I wouldn't want to eat. Like, say I was going into work right now, I'm about to sit down at my desk. Like, I'm gonna have my banana, I have an orange, and I also got a pear. So I'm gonna spread that out throughout the day. I always start my day with a banana. But what I'm saying is, it's like, imagine if I sat down at work. Like, even though I got this little thing from Chick-fil-A, that shit is only 200 something calories, and that's it, low carbs. But what I'm saying is, imagine if you get to work, you got your little Chobani yogurt, you sit down and you just put almost 30 grams of sugar in your mouth already of the day. That sugar is what it makes you want other, like, sweets and shit. If it drives you, it drives your, I'm telling you, when you eat sugar, it makes you want it more. It do. It does. Yes, I feel like Lil Kim constantly wants praise, but Foxy really gets praise from any industry. But people kiss Kim's ass so much, the industry did Foxy wrong. Yes, I agree. Me too. I need a gain always. Yeah. So all right, let me get up out of here because it's 7:42. I want to get to my desk. I like to leave just like a little early sometimes, even if it is 10 minutes. But yeah, I did this. Check out the shorts on my page because I started to upload some shorts there. But let me just leave on this note and tell you like what I said in my short. Like, don't take on people's issues as your own. And like, even though I know that people sit up here and they hear me talk and they like, oh, you're well rounded, whatever the case may be. I still do fall short sometimes too. And let me just say this. So my coworker, she had an issue with my boss. So my boss had an issue with her pretty much. And they brung her into the office and she came back like 2 weeks ago and told me how her meeting went. And I kind of internalized some of her angst. And she was just like, oh, they said this or whatever. And something about the processes. Like, the only thing that related to me is that, like, we have this thing where we review people's records and things like that. And if we feel like if it's a pre-existing condition, we would deny it. So now we just don't deny it anymore. So that was the only process change for me. But in regards to her, they don't like her communication style. They feel like she's aggressive, and she really is. She was sending me her stuff to proofread before she sent it through to management, and she really was. And I was telling her, no, like, lighten this up. Like, she's only 28 years old though, but I'm like, you got to be able to read the room a little better. So they gave her a warning. So what I did was, being that that happened, I internalized that and I said, damn, oh, they on some other shit. So I was like, I'm not speaking to my boss unless I have to. So yesterday I'm at work and I'm just like, let me go in this office and just speak because that shit don't got nothing to do with me. I went in there, the energy was light, everything was great. And I'm like, why did I do this? Because sometimes we feel like we have to be loyal. Listen, my coworker is a coworker. I don't speak to her outside of work, even though she's a cool person. She's a cool person, but that don't have nothing to do with me. So I'm gonna damage my relationships based off because I sit near you and you had this bad experience. Me and you have two different approaches. They told my coworker, do not send any more emails in regards to, like, when she needs help, she needs to print off her stuff and come and speak like a regular person in the office because she's very overwhelming. And I feel like she's one of those people, like, low key, where she always wants you to feel stupid. I don't like people who do shit like that. Now I might think that you're an asshole or that you might be like that in my head, but I don't be trying to do that to people. But yeah, she got pulled into the office and yeah, they pulled her in and pretty much she was telling me like, oh, the energy was just so off and I didn't like how they was doing this or whatever the case may be. And I was just like, oh, I internalized it and I started feeling some way towards my boss. And yesterday I'm just like, that shit don't got nothing to do with me. It don't. It don't got nothing to do with me. What's up, Bobby? I always see you. Shout out to you. So let me get up out of here because I want to get up in here. What cologne we gonna wear today? I always leave my cologne in the car for some reason. I think I'm gonna wear Chanel Allure Sport. I leave my cologne in the car because sometimes I be rushing in the morning and I be forgetting that shit. And this person with this damn Santa Fe, she must be in the building like facing here because she clicked like the security thing on her car. Sweetheart, ain't nobody getting in your damn Santa Fe. I wouldn't even test drive that motherfucker. Nobody is trying to get in your Santa Fe. She probably was like, oh, why is he still near the car or whatever? I don't know. Trust me, baby. Nobody don't want your little Santa Fe. Nothing wrong with it either if anybody on the channel has one of those. But I don't, that's not a car of my choice. All right. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Let me put this in here. Yeah, so don't take on people's issues with other people's as your own. Because it's like, why are you fighting this? Like, why are you in the middle of it? Because you sit next to this person and you want to make it seem like, nah, we don't speak, we don't have no type of relationship like that outside of work. It's like, so I'm supposed to create this little silent war with my manager over some shit that she been through. Shit don't got nothing to do with me. It don't. Yo, that shit smells so good. I'm running out of my Chanel Allure Sport too. I got to get some more of that. But yeah. All right, I'm out. Peace.